Free live music. You can't really go wrong with that, can ya? March 16th, the Oshkosh Area Community Band wants to put on a performance for you. Tom Dowman has the details. Tom, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Nick. It's good to be here.
First, just kind of go over, tell us a little bit about the Oshkosh Area Community Band as it stands today.
Well, from a simple beginning in the spring of 1987, the band has grown to a list of 75 to 80 volunteers.
Wow.
We normally show up at a concert with around 60. This week we had our rehearsal with 57 people present, so it looks like the number will probably be about the same. Terry Hathaway has served as our very skillful musical director, and the band is managed, all volunteers, is managed by a volunteer group of officers headed by Stan Klein as the president.
Who's in the band, and kind of give us a little bit of background of people that are in the band, what their background is.
The band is made up of adults 18 and older who have been interested in playing music. Some are experts, some are professionals, some are really amateurs. During the summer, we also accept some young people in the band for the summer concert series who are going into their junior and senior year in high school in the fall. So we include them during our summer schedule. But generally it's an adult band of volunteers from the community, from the greater Oshkosh area.
I mentioned in the intro, March 16th is an event coming up for the Oshkosh Area Community Band. Kind of tell us what that is.
Right, well, you indicated in the intro that it's going to be our spring concert. That's March 16th, and it'll be at 7 o'clock at Alberta Kimball Auditorium. The big thing is it is free, and since day one of our existence as a band, all concerts have been free by this band. It is definitely a community band, so that will be at Alberta Kimball Auditorium, and people are welcome to come and join us for a 7 o'clock performance.
How many performances does the band put on per year?
Well, we were thinking of that list, and it looks like about 10 events with the fall concert, and then that's followed by the holiday parade. We have the Christmas sing-along at the Grand Opera House. We have the spring concert. We have a concert at King annually, and we have the 4th of July parade, and we have 4 summer concerts. We have had some of those in the Leach, but generally they're at Alberta Kimball Auditorium. So I think I numbered 10 altogether. Staying
busy.
Yes, that's true.
What in regards to this next show, the spring concert, what type of music is included?
Well, one of the nice things that Terry Hathaway does, he's a very skilled director, and he tries to build a theme around each concert. And this particular concert is going to be a theme of solo performers. It's going to be a number of soloists and entire sections of the band being featured, including euphonium and clarinets, trombones, percussionists, and the entire percussion section actually in one piece. And I think people will find this a very interesting concert.
Are there going to be other groups involved other than the Oshkosh Area Community Band?
Well, there are 2 bands associated with the Oshkosh Area Community Band. The Stage Band, which is primarily a dance band, big band music, and also the Dixieland Combo. The Stage Band is going to perform during this concert. They'll do Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, Yesterday by the Beatles, and Jumpin' at the Woodside. There'll be a number of soloists that are featured during that presentation as well.
I understand that there's a reception following the event?
Yes, we have been doing this recently, having a reception out in the hallway. One of our band members, Karen, sets this up for us, and everybody's welcome to attend. It's an opportunity to meet with the band people and for the band to meet the audience. It's very informal. It's out in the lobby around the outside of the auditorium, and it's kind of a fun thing right after the concert. So we beg band members not to spend too much time putting their instruments away and go out in the hall and join with people and have a good time and socialize.
What stands out in your mind about the Oshkosh Area Community Band in terms of, why are they different, or what makes them unique from maybe some other acts, groups?
Well, I think there's a combination of things. I think a self-supporting band is unique. It is not supported by any tax dollars, although we are created under the umbrella of the Oshkosh Recreation Department as a legal entity, as a 501c3. The band is self-supporting, and I think that's unique. I think the fact that we draw from a greater Oshkosh area, some people come quite a distance to come and play with us. I think the way the band reaches across the musical spectrum. Believe it or not, at my last count, there were 6 musical directors in the band. And I think likewise, there are probably more than that, but you might classify as advanced beginners. I mean, you know, we run the whole range of talent.
Sure. How much, talk about the time commitment. You said that it's all volunteers.
Yes.
Talk about the time commitment it takes to put forth the product that the Oshkosh Area Community Band does.
Well, different people do different things. Our musical director spends a lot of time, for instance, putting a concert like this together with the solo pieces and some of that kind of thing that he puts. The board members or the committee, the management committee, spends quite a bit of time, at least one meeting a month or more, planning with the band and making commitments on what we will do and what we're not able to do. I think as a member of the band, many people rehearse on their own in order to improve their performance, particularly the soloists in this concert. Many of them will be practicing their part in order to do the best job possible as a soloist. As far as there's a weekly rehearsal at West High School in the band room. We appreciate the use of that band room. We sometimes, now the last rehearsal was actually on stage because the West High Band was performing in the auditorium, and so we went in there because all the chairs, the music stands, and everything were on stage. So we actually rehearsed on stage.
When it comes to the audience, the people that this band has attracted, what is the general audience that you've noticed maybe from the concerts that have been played by the band, and how is that, I guess, meeting expectations of the audience that the band would like to draw in?
That's a good question. And sometimes it surprises us because we generally appeal to a little more adult audience. But for instance, we have one children's program during the summer when we have the children's directing contest, and we encourage young people to come up and stand in front of the band and direct the band. A lot of families show up. There are relatives of band members. There are students of band members that attend. It's generally a cross-section of the community. I would say, though, it's inclined to be a broader segment of the community and generally leans towards the senior members of the community. And audiences vary. I mean, there'll be some concerts when we have 200 or 300 people, and other concerts when we'll have 900 or 1,000 people present. The weather has something to do with it.
Sure. Final question for you before we let you go. I'm going to kind of put you on the hot seat or under the spotlight. Right. Why should people come to, in your opinion, why should people come to the spring concert?
It's fun. It's fun.
Good answer.
I think that's more than anything. It's fun for the band members. It's fun for the director. It's fun for the officers that help put all this together. There's a lot of work goes into this. We have 7 weeks to go until concert, and people will be putting in a lot of work to make a fun concert, so that more than anything else, people will hear some great music, some great soloists that are working very hard to put on this special program that'll be featuring solo type performances and groups of people. You know, all the trombones at one time, you know, that kind of thing. But I think more than anything else, it's a fun thing to go to. It's worth seeing.
Tom, it's been fun interviewing you.
Thank you.
So it's been a pleasure, and thanks for taking the time out.
Thank you much.